Hi, everyone. Welcome to Natural English Conversations. I'm Sarah.
And I'm James. This podcast is designed especially for English learners who want to hear real, natural conversations between native speakers.
Exactly. We speak at a normal pace and use everyday vocabulary. Today, we're talking about restaurants in Dallas, Texas, where we both live.
Right. And you'll notice that Sarah and I have very different preferences when it comes to dining out.
That's true. I'm all about convenience and speed, while James, well, he's a bit of a food snob.
I prefer the term food enthusiast, thank you very much. Let's start with your favorite places, Sarah.
Okay, so I love Chipotle. I know, it's a chain restaurant, but hear me out. You can get a really fresh, healthy meal in under 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The ingredients are pretty good quality, fresh vegetables, decent meat, and it's affordable. A burrito bowl is like $8.
Right, but don't you get tired of the same flavors? I mean, it's basically the same 5 ingredients in different combinations.
Not really. There are so many ways to customize it. Plus, when I'm hungry and I only have 30 minutes for lunch, I don't want to spend time thinking about what to order.
Yeah, I get that. But for me, food is one of life's great pleasures. I'd rather take an hour and have something really special than just fuel up quickly.
Okay, so what's your go-to place then?
Well, there's this amazing Italian place called Nona. It's family owned, been around for 20 years. The pasta is made fresh every day, and they import their olive oil from Sicily.
Uh-huh, sounds fancy.
It's not fancy, really. It's actually pretty casual. But the quality is incredible. When I eat there, I feel like I'm getting a real experience, not just consuming calories.
Right, but how long does it take and how much does it cost?
Well, it's about $25 for an entree, and you're probably there for an hour and a half total.
See, that's what I mean. An hour and a half. I could eat 3 meals at Chipotle in that time.
But would you enjoy them as much? I mean, eating is more than just getting nutrition, isn't it?
I do enjoy Chipotle. And honestly, most days I'm so busy that I just need something quick and satisfying. What about when you're in a hurry, though?
Good question. When I'm really pressed for time, I actually go to this Vietnamese place called Pho Saigon. You can get amazing pho in about 15 minutes.
Oh, I love pho. That's actually a great compromise between speed and quality.
Exactly. The broth is simmered for hours, so it has incredible depth of flavor, but the service is super fast.
Mm-hmm. And it's reasonably priced too, right? Like $12 for a big bowl?
Yeah, about that. Plus, you get a ton of food. I can never finish a whole bowl.
See, now that's my kind of place. What about for something really special, though, like a birthday or anniversary?
Oh, then I go all out. There's this steakhouse downtown called the Metropolitan. It's expensive, probably $60 per person, but the atmosphere is incredible and the steaks are perfect.
Wow, $60? That's like 8 Chipotle meals.
True, but it's not just about the food. It's the whole experience. The service, the ambiance, the quality of ingredients. You feel special.
I can understand that for special occasions, but honestly, for my birthday, I'd probably be just as happy getting takeout and eating at home with friends.
And that's perfectly fine. I think we just have different relationships with food. For you, it's fuel and convenience. For me, it's more like an art form.
Right, and both approaches are valid depending on your lifestyle and priorities.
Absolutely. What about our listeners? I bet they have different food cultures and restaurant experiences in their countries.
That's a great point. The restaurant culture in America might be very different from what they're used to. We have so many chain restaurants and fast food options.
True. And we tend to eat pretty quickly compared to many other cultures. In some places, meals are much more social and relaxed.
What about breakfast places? I know you have some strong opinions about brunch in Dallas.
Oh, yes. Brunch is huge in Dallas. There's this place called Yoke that I absolutely love. They have incredible eggs Benedict, and their pancakes are massive, like the size of dinner plates.
See, but that's exactly what I mean. Huge portions aren't always a good thing. I prefer something lighter for breakfast. There's a coffee shop near my apartment that does really good avocado toast and acai bowls.
Fair enough, though I have to say, American breakfast portions are pretty big compared to other countries. When I was in Germany, their breakfast was much lighter, just bread, cheese, and coffee.
That's interesting. Speaking of different cuisines, Dallas has such an incredible variety. We've got amazing Tex-Mex, barbecue, Korean food, Indian restaurants. What's your favorite ethnic cuisine here?
I'm really into the Korean food scene here. There's a neighborhood called Koreatown that has authentic Korean barbecue, hot pot, karaoke, the whole experience. And the food is incredible, much more adventurous than typical American fare.
Korean barbecue is definitely an experience. But you can't talk about Dallas food without mentioning our barbecue and Mexican food. I mean, we're in Texas. Barbecue is practically a religion here.
Absolutely. There's this place called Lockhart Smokehouse that does traditional Texas barbecue. The brisket literally melts in your mouth, and they've been smoking it the same way for decades. It's a real Texas institution.
And the Mexican food here is incredible too. Not just Tex-Mex, but authentic Mexican cuisine. There are so many family-owned places where you can get real tacos, not the hard shell things you see at chain restaurants.
Speaking of authentic places, that brings up an important point for our international listeners. Tipping culture in American restaurants. It can be really confusing if you're not used to it.
Oh yeah, that's so true. In most American restaurants, you're expected to tip between 15 and 20% of your bill. The servers rely on tips as part of their income, so it's not optional like it might be in other countries.
Exactly. And there are other cultural things too, like it's normal for servers to check on you frequently during your meal, asking, "How is everything?" They're not being pushy, they're just doing their job well.
Right, and they'll also bring you free bread or chips before your meal at many places. Oh, and the portion sizes. I always warn my international friends that American portions are huge. You can almost always share an entree or take half home.
That's so true about portions. And speaking of changes, the food delivery culture has really exploded here. Apps like DoorDash and Uber Eats have completely changed how people think about dining. You can get almost any cuisine delivered in 30 minutes.
I have to admit, I use those apps way more than I should. It's so convenient, especially when you're working late, though the delivery fees can add up quickly. Sometimes you end up paying almost double what you would in the restaurant.
True, but the convenience factor is huge. And Dallas has really embraced food trends too. There are so many trendy spots now, places specializing in farm-to-table dining, organic ingredients, plant-based options. The restaurant scene here is constantly evolving.
Yeah, the health-conscious options have really expanded. Even fast casual places like Sweet Green and Kava have become popular. You can get a really fresh, healthy meal quickly, which is perfect for people like me who want both convenience and nutrition.
It really shows how diverse American food culture has become. We've moved beyond just traditional American fare to embrace cuisines from all over the world. I think that's one of the beautiful things about living in a city like Dallas. You can travel the world through food without leaving town.
That's such a great way to put it. And you know what else I've noticed? Food trucks have become really popular here too. We have this whole food truck scene with everything from gourmet grilled cheese to Korean Mexican fusion tacos.
Oh, yes, the food truck scene is fantastic. It's like street food, but elevated. You get the casual, quick experience that you love, Sarah, but often with really creative, high quality ingredients. Plus, they're usually much cheaper than traditional restaurants.
Exactly. And Dallas has these amazing food truck events where dozens of trucks gather in one place. It's like a festival atmosphere. You can try 5 different cuisines in one afternoon, and it's perfect for groups where everyone wants something different.
That's a great point about accommodating different preferences. And speaking of seasonal variety, the farmers market scene here is incredible too. Dallas has several markets where you can get fresh, local ingredients and prepared foods from local vendors.
Oh, and we can't forget about coffee culture. Dallas has become a real coffee destination. We have amazing local roasters and third wave coffee shops where they take coffee just as seriously as fine dining restaurants take their food.
Absolutely. There's this place called George Howell Coffee that does single origin beans from specific farms around the world. They can tell you exactly which hillside your coffee beans came from. It's fascinating how specialized everything has become.
It really reflects how Dallas has grown as a city. We've maintained that Texas friendliness and casual atmosphere, but we've also embraced sophistication and global influences. Whether you want a quick taco from a food truck or a 5 course tasting menu, you can find it here. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. I hope our conversation helped you practice listening to natural English dialogue about restaurants and food preferences.
We covered lots of useful vocabulary today. Words like affordable, customize, ambiance, and phrases like fuel up and go all out.
Thank you so much for listening to Natural English Conversations. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to get new episodes every week.
We'll see you next week when we'll be talking about American sports culture. Until then, keep practicing your English.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time.